Rustin, are you there?
Yeah, it's Constantine. So you can call me Mencius.
Okay. Can we get your age and your pronouns, please?
I'm 23. He him.
Thank you so much. And did you have something to say about the prompt?
Yeah. So I actually do like the other guy's name, no morals. I actually don't hold to objective morality either, and I believe that as a result, all these different ideologies, it's ultimately like a might makes right sort of thing. Like different ideologies, different country, whoever wins is what's actually right. And I find that the promotion of LGBTQ plus weakens societies and the moral fabric of societies.
Okay. Bree, age and pronouns, real quick.
26, she, her.
Thank you so much. Trishy, did you have something to say to that?
That's a very funny way of doing a roundabout way of being like it doesn't align with your morals and what you view is acceptable within society.
No, it's not necessarily that. Because ultimately we're just space
There's
dust, you
no
know.
part of the LGBTQ that actually weakens society. It's just a perceived notion of that.
No, I mean, like, if you look at the Human Rights Campaign, about 30% of Gen Z identifies as some form of LGBTQ. And that
Yeah,
means, yeah, well, that's just going to lower the total
common,
fertility
which
rate of
is
America.
bisexual.
Yeah, but even
It
then,
only
let's
actually makes up about 7.7% of the United States population.
yeah, so that's 7.7% people who are not going to have children.
Yeah, who cares about children? There are enough straight people pumping out kids left and right that
That's
the
not
fact that
true.
they can even take care of them.
Have you
We're
ever
going to
heard of
talk
a
That's
about
not
foster
true.
care
100,000
system or
children in
adoption?
foster care.
That's not
Or
related. And
adoption?
why do you care about children in foster care? Don't you have no morals
Why
either?
wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? See,
Because you have no
the
morals?
difference is you made an assumption because of the name. I love that.
Here's
So
the
you
No,
actually do
funniest
have
part.
morals?
Here's the
you
funniest
jumped off
part,
the cliff of
cousin.
So
assumptions and you landed on the rocks here,
so do
bud.
you have morals then?
It's
Do you have objective
literally an
morality?
inside joke.
It's literally an inside joke,
What's
and
your
it
It's
objective
has
morality
literally an
taken
then?
inside
way
joke.
too
What's your objective
long for
morality
that.
then?
It's an inside joke, my guy.
What's the objective morality then?
Do you know what an inside joke is?
I don't care about the inside joke. I came here to discuss what's
You
the
came
objective
Discuss.
here to
morality
come
then.
at Trishy for no reason
I was
because
gonna
of an
say you
inside
came in
joke.
to discuss, but you're like not.
No,
Well,
he's
how am
gone
I
off of
not?
the name that he thought that me having quote unquote no morals. It's just my moral standing is my moral stop at myself usually. So yes, I can care about other things, but neither am I going to push that shit to actually for other people to care about.
Yeah, and other
People will care
people
about whatever the fuck they want to care
and
about
other
at the end of the day.
people
But that's their own
yeah,
prerogative.
but other people are gonna push their shit on you. That's
Yeah,
literally
I
how
don't
it
really give a
works.
shit about that shit about.
Well, you don't have to believe in it all you want. Other
Yeah,
people don't give
exactly.
a fuck. So that's
Yeah,
why might
exactly.
makes right.
Yeah, exactly.
You agree with me then?
Yeah, 100%. The
So
whole
when
thing of like
LGBTQ
right.
is one of the
No, no, no,
factors
no,
that
no.
lowers the
Baby
birth
girl, hold
rate
on.
of our
Hold
country,
on. Hey, I know that you think that talking faster and talking a bunch makes you right,
well,
but it's
yeah,
just
you
not
haven't
how
provided
you
any
do
actual counter
within a
argument. You've just been whining the whole time.
discussion. Hold on.
It's
I
because
was
you don't
not
know how to
done.
stop running your mouth.
Are
Why are you so mad?
you gonna actually let me
Matching
finish
your
this sentence here,
energy.
bud, or do you just wanna continue running
Can
your
you
mouth?
can
Because I can personally go probably just drop my pants, take a shit, and be back, and you still would probably be running your mouth. So do you actually want a discussion, or I can
I
just
I've
let you
been
keep
trying to have a
running, or
discussion
we can do this? No, seeing that you cut me off now 3 times, um, I don't feel like it's actually going to be like a decent discussion when it comes to this.
because you're going on a diatribe.
No,
You are
what is a diatribe then?
a long ass fucking statement like what you're doing right now,
Oh, a long ass
especially with
fucking
all this
statement. So
whining.
when I was going in
This shit's too
through
fucking funny.
explaining how my morals actually work, that was a diatribe. So me explaining something is a diatribe.
No.
Oh
What
God
you're doing right now is a
forbid.
diatribe of you bitching and whining
Oh,
because I'm
okay.
being too
So
mean.
once again, and no, I'm just saying, if you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. Not once up here did it say a fucking debate. I want to know what's your problem with the LGBTQ. You said it's weakening society. So then you said that, oh, well, there's all these people, 7.7% of people who won't have kids. But seeing that the LGBTQ people are indeed having kids, what's your point?
Bisexuals maybe, but majority of
I mean, no. I
LGBTQ are
mean,
not having kids.
there are plenty of people who are, lesbian who have kids, who are gay, who have kids. It's just a more roundabout way of doing it, but hey, they still have it.
Yeah, well, if you are in a gay marriage, gay relationship, there's no possible way of having biological children. You're
Who
not going to
cares
That's
be
if
able
they're
not
to.
true.
biological or
I mean,
not?
That's
Can I
not
both.
introduce
Yeah,
real
true.
quick?
I do.
So hold
I
up,
do.
hold
It's
up.
not true.
So a biological children to one of them, yes, there is new science coming out that both parents will be able to. However, to say that it's not going to be biologically theirs, that's wrong because at least one of the parents for sure would be biological.
Not
I,
only that, it's discounting any children that may be like adopted. Oh, God forbid, like, oh, well, it's not their kids. They're not having kids. They can still take care of kids and foster a good, relationship with kids.
Hey guys, so this is
Oh
I
my
would like
God,
to introduce
Amber.
I would love to introduce Amber. I have been in so many lives. Amber has taught me so much.
Thank you.
Amber, I would just like to say you are one of the most knowledgeable people I have ever met
I
in my life,
currently
and
have
I
your
have
book
learned so
sitting in my
much from
cart.
you.
Oh, thank you guys. You guys are too
So
sweet.
this is like I'm like starstruck right now because
Don't
Amber
be.
is like one of those
Don't be.
people. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's
I'm just a person. I'm
Amber.
just a
love
person.
that.
Um,
No, I love Amber. I actually have her book in our cart right now. We have pushed it back from buying because goddamn holidays.
I'll help you out with that. DM me later and I'll get you a copy, okay?
Can somebody tell me what the book is?
Oh my
It's
God.
called
Okay.
Hiding from Myself. Hiding from Myself, you can go to Barnes and Noble or Amazon or wherever they sell books. And
Well, I
you can
just
get it.
followed you so I can get information.
Yeah.
Amber is amazing. I learned so much from Amber. It's I love hearing Amber absolutely demolish bigots as well. So
Would you guys
Amber,
mind if I actually talk to Costin for a hot minute?
oh,
It's
Yeah,
not
Can you
let's
introduce
costing.
first?
absolutely. Can we
real
just get
Yeah,
quick
your
yeah, go
though.
right
age
ahead.
and
I'm ready.
pronouns
Yeah,
first?
hold on, real quick though, because YK or XK did comment a little bit ago. XK,
Oh,
can I get your age and your pronouns real quick?
I am 21 years old. I am a he, him.
Thank you so much. And then if you could just let Amber and Constant talk real quick, we'll get to you.
Yeah,
and
what did
Can
I
we
say
get
was wrong?
Nicole and Amber's age and pronouns real quick though?
Can
yeah,
Skippy?
we?
I'm 56 going on 37 and my pronouns were she, her.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yep, 30s. She, her, they, them.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, are we ready?
I've been
Yes, yes.
ready.
Austin, you said your problem with the LGBTQ was what? Please rephrase.
A weakened society.
How does it weaken society?
Lowers the birth rate, TFR.
And what is the current infertility rate amongst cisgender individuals?
I'm not sure.
Heterosexual.
I'm not sure. How is
Oh,
that
come on.
relevant? How is that relevant?
LGBT, if you're gonna let me finish, otherwise I'm gonna walk all over you. Don't ever
Uh oh,
cut me
someone's
off.
mad.
You're in the wrong. You're in the wrong live to cut people off. So if you want to actually
I'm
have a
cutting her off right now. What are you
conversation,
gonna do about it?
I'll just let the host drop you. That's fine. You can go elsewhere and try to troll elsewhere, or you can sit back and learn something. So if you're making a positive claim that the LGBTQ is bad for society and harming society, and you actually don't know what the infertility rate of heterosexuals is,
This is not
I
relevant.
wonder just how delusional you really are, because you can't make a positive claim without knowing the data to support what you're stating. You don't have any data to support anything you're saying. You're using your limbic system to do that.
No,
So
I'm
you're
using
in
the
your
human rights
fifis right
campaign.
now, and we're not. I deal with science. I deal with empirical facts. You're dealing with fifis and twiddling your finger between your mouth, going right. So don't do that. Don't ever do that. Give us facts or kindly go do your homework and don't let your dog eat it on the way in.
So you weren't listening earlier. I actually gave multiple statistics. I used the Human
No, you
Rights
didn't.
Campaign. Let me make the
No, you
point. I let you finish. You let me finish.
Oh, isn't it interesting how it pisses you off when someone cuts you off? I'm just giving you an
No, no,
example
no.
of how
Use
it's.
the. Let me make
Go
the
ahead,
point.
Dick.
I know you're spurging out.
No
It's okay.
problem, Richard. Go
It's
ahead.
okay.
You have the floor.
Let me make the argument.
Yep.
Let me make the argument.
Go ahead. Yeah, I won't talk. Go ahead.
So, the Human Rights Campaign recently put out a survey, a study. I think it was about 30,000 individuals, which showed about 30% of people in Generation Z. So that's people born around the year 2000 to like 2010. 30% of them identify as LGBTQ. Now, with that, they're going to be less likely, just by the very ontology, their very nature of being LGBTQ, of having children. And right now in America, the TFR, the total fertility rate, is only 1.6 to 1.8, depending on which multinational organization you're looking at. Pew Research, World Bank, UN, World Economic Forum, they all back me on this. And overall, the long term is, because I assume all of you are utilitarians, which means you believe the ultimate goal of morality is to produce as much human flourishing and happiness as possible. That's going to negatively impact your own worldview. So it doesn't make sense to hold LGBTQ plus positively when it will cause social decay, economic decay long term.
All
I'm
right.
in the
I just want to
LGBTQ
say I'm more
community
of
and
an
I have two kids.
existentialist, but that's just me.
So, what does it mean that they identify LGBTQ? Can you please tell me what that actually means?
I literally identify, say, hey, I am lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, etc.
What does that mean, though? I don't need you to explain because I've read the human right. I've already read the Human Rights Campaign's articles on these, so I'm very much in the know because it's about a year old. Just so everybody else knows what he's trying to use as ammunition, but he obviously didn't read the fucking document, right? So can you please restate it and this time actually give real numbers from this because you're actually incorrect all through your context throughout because you don't know how to read, and that's fine.
Are
I'll
you
wait for you.
what? I don't have the actual study pulled up right now.
Well, or would you like me to pull it up?
Sure, if you want to pull it up.
Sure. Give me a half second. I'll have it up in a second. Hold on. Okay, got it. All right, you ready?
Yeah, read it.
So, new data shows that nearly 30% of Gen Z adults identify as LGBTQ plus, right?
Yep,
So what does that mean? What does that mean?
they
So
identify.
it means no, just calm down. Calm down. So what it means is that society is beginning to shift to what it's always been, right? It's not that people are all of a sudden just saying, "Hey, let me go get a membership card to this gym, which is called LGBTQ." There's no membership card, Slick, right? So what actually is happening is people are understanding that there is a conversation, and in many cases a positive conversation. It's not just the conservative right making everybody like, oh, we're so sad. No, there's a positive change happening and a social impact that's profound because all throughout history, if you've ever studied anthropology, which I have, you would understand that all throughout history there are people that have identified within the LGBTQ, and the numbers are very large, right? But when colonists, that's the only word I can use for Western society, right, decided that they wanted to put their Christian view on just about every country and culture around the world and destroy entire cultures by doing so, just like what DJT, the dipshit in charge, said just today, in fact, which is there's only two genders, male and female. Well, he's an idiot because those aren't genders, those are sexes, right? Male and female are sexes, right? So we have over 6,000 years of written history that discusses people in large numbers that are part of what we now deem the LGBTQ, right? So when they say they identify within that, it doesn't mean anything about fertility rates. It doesn't mean anything about who's going to have children, who's not going to have children. I mean, I don't even know I don't know what kind of fragility you're suffering from, but it has nothing to do with anything. just because you identify within the LGBTQ, because you don't fit the societal notion of what is cisgender heteronormativity, which is a bullshit concept to begin with, because human diversity, by the way, 37 years in the biological sciences as well, human diversity and variation is profound. I mean, we're talking more than a Googleplex of variations that can exist. That's 10 with 100 zeros after it, in case you're wondering. So for people to come out and say, hey, I am me, that makes sense. You know why? Because there's 8.1 billion people on a planet, and there's not a single clone of you, thank God. There's not a single clone of you on the planet. You're the only individual that is you. And there's reasons for that, because human variation is incredibly complex. Male and female, believe it or not. Everybody says, oh, it's simple. It's this or that, right? Male and female, if you do a deep dive, rather than keeping yourself on the yacht looking into the water, rather than diving down to the Mariana Trench with the rest of the science people, you'll realize that male and female is unbelievably complicated, very complex. The processes that you have, that us as humans, let alone every other animal species on the planet, has to go through for that to occur with the right sequence of events occurring, is unbelievably complicated. So, would you like to answer to that?
Well, you had a massive diatribe of 10 million different points that
You
I
use
just
the
can't
word
possibly keep
diatribe
track
and
of.
you don't even use it correctly. Can you define diatribe for me?
Excuse me, I was trying to make a point back, and I know you have to immediately interrupt because you have the
tell us
Sperg
what
out.
diatribe means.
Shh,
Tell us
calm
what
down.
diatribe means.
Shh,
No,
calm
tell
down.
us what diatribe.
Shh, calm down.
Host, mute him.
Uh-oh,
Tell
someone's
us
mad.
what diatribe is, because you don't understand what the word means. And I'm here as a
Someone's
person.
mad. Someone's
What is
mad.
it? Someone that what?
Let
Because
me
I
make
heard
the
you say it
point.
before and you got it wrong once already.
Oh my gosh, let me speak.
Go
Let me
ahead,
speak.
Slick. You got it, Slick. Go ahead.
So yeah, what was my argument? Because you
No,
clearly
I'm
did not hear
saying,
my
what is a
argument.
diatribe?
No,
You
you
used
did
the word
not hear my
diatribe tonight
argument.
twice.
You
Can you
did
mute
not
him again?
hear my argument.
Listen
What was
to me
my
carefully.
argument?
Listen to me
What
carefully, because this is
what
your
was
last
my
chance.
argument?
You used
Answer my
diatribe
question.
twice
Answer my
tonight
question.
incorrectly.
Answer
So
my
if you want to
question.
stay in your limbic system,
Answer my
that's fine.
question.
I'm still going to
Answer my
talk.
question.
Right? I'm still
No,
talking,
I
and you're
was
still in your
no.
limbic
You
system.
interrupted
Take a
me.
deep breath. Take
Excuse
a
me, I'm
deep
speaking.
breath. Your
Excuse me, I'm speaking.
hypothalamus is over.
Excuse me,
It's
I'm
over
speaking.
responding to
Excuse me, I'm
stimuli right
speaking.
now, and your amygdala has
Excuse me, I'm
hijacked your
speaking.
whole body.
Excuse me, I'm
So I
speaking.
want you to
Excuse
explain
me,
to
I'm
the
speaking.
audience just how
Excuse me, I'm
smart
speaking.
you are, and
Excuse me,
tell
I'm speaking.
everybody what the
Excuse me,
word
I'm speaking.
diatribe means, because
Excuse
you
me,
don't
I'm
have a
speaking.
fucking clue what diatribe
Excuse me, I'm
means.
speaking.
You're not
Excuse me, I'm
excused.
speaking.
You're not
Excuse me,
going
I'm
to get through
speaking.
this.
Excuse me, I'm
Yes, you
speaking.
see, why don't you take a lap? We're going to drop you for a hot minute and then come back up when you've
You're
gotten
afraid.
out of your limbic system.
No,
Okay?
let me make the actual
All
argument.
right? When you get out of your limbic system, come back up. And I promise we'll continue. So go take a lap, hun, because you're
Excuse me, I'm speaking.
clearly in a bad place.
See, I'm
You
being
got to get
Kamala
rid
right
of
now.
your
Excuse me, I'm speaking.
No, you got to listen. You don't listen. So please tell the class what diatribe means, because you got it wrong
I'm
once
gonna make
already.
my argument because you're too afraid to actually
Say what
address it.
diatribe is, or get dropped and come back
Excuse
up
me,
when
let me
you
actually
calm
make the
down.
argument
You actually
first.
did use it wrong.
Let me make the argument
Say that
first.
again?
Let me make my actual argument.
So
What was my
Costin,
argument?
This is the host. Costin, this is the host, and what I'm going to say is you're going to answer the question, and then you
I was
can
in the middle of making my argument when she
answer the
interrupted me.
question, and
Why
then
should
you
I
can
answer her
make your
question?
argument.
Why should
Because
I
you were
answer her
inaccurate
question?
with because your form of
Because
words
because
is
you're
inaccurate
trying-
to start with. You don't understand
No,
what
because
diatribe
you're afraid
means,
of my
sweetheart.
argument.
No, you
This
can
is a
We're not
word
afraid of
say
concept
your
your
fallacy,
argument.
argument.
You've been
anyways.
asked a question.
I was
just asked a
making in
simple
the middle of
question.
my
You're
argument, and
scared.
she interrupted
I'm
me.
sorry that you
Here,
feel
This is a
insignificant
word
because you've
concept
been called
fallacy.
out for not knowing what a
This
word
is a word
means. But
concept
that's
fallacy, dummy.
then tell me
It's a word
what a
concept
diatribe is.
fallacy.
What is a diatribe
Literally,
then?
Google is free, buddy.
It's a word concept fallacy.
All right, so
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
exactly what you're doing.
Tell me what diatribe means, dipshit.
That's
You
literally
can't
what I
even
said.
describe.
What I
You
literally
don't know
said
the
is
definition.
you are making this long, exaberrant fucking
No,
bullshit.
that is not what a diatribe is.
I'm making my
diatribe
argument, you
is
idiot.
A diatribe is a bitter verbal attack against
Yeah, and that's
someone
what
that's
you're doing.
characterized by harsh language,
That's what you're
abusive,
doing.
and
That's what you're doing.
denunciatory tone. No,
That's
I'm
what
doing
you're doing
that
'cause
now
you're
because
crying.
you're acting. I'm doing
Because
that
you're
now
not letting me make
because
my argument.
No, because you're being very,
No.
very rude, right? You're cutting
You're the
me
one who
off,
was
and
rude
all I'm
first.
doing is asking you one question, and you're
I
all
was
in your
in the middle
limbic
of my
system,
argument and you
sweetie.
interrupted me.
Shh. Grab onto the little dolly and
I
kiss
know,
it and take
you're
a deep
spurging
breath.
now. It's okay. It's
And
okay.
I'm not actually. You need to take a deep
You
breath,
are.
sweetheart.
You are. So
All right. So
I'm perfectly
since
calm.
you've already you have no, it's okay. You've
What was
already
my argument?
actually
What was my
conceded that you
argument?
don't know what diatribe means. I'm going to
What
let
was
you
my
answer
argument?
now. Okay. So we'll go back to letting you speak because you know you're in your fifis.
This is a word
So we'll
concept
let you go
fallacy?
ahead and speak, hon. But
Okay.
you have just
Well,
actually conceded that you don't know what the word diatribe means.
No,
Thank you very
because we're
much.
using slightly
Move
different
on. Now we can
definitions.
move
This
on.
is a
You've
word
lost
concept
point one, so
fallacy.
move on again.
This is a word
That's
concept
not a
fallacy. First,
fallacy.
it's
You
a
don't even
word
know what a
concept
word
fallacy.
concept fallacy is.
It's a
You
word
don't even know
concept
what that
fallacy.
is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
All right,
is.
explain
Oh,
what a
so
word concept
diatribe. I was
fallacy
I'm
like,
not
is.
going to
with
engage you
me
trying to
was
explain
a long-winded
very semantic
sentence
arguments
related.
because this is what it is. You're trying to distract from my actual
Not
argument, which was
only
You're
about
that,
birth
but
pointless.
rates. Was about the
not
total
only
fertility rate.
not only that, but
It was
Constance
about the
using a
total.
bunch of philosophical terms that they don't understand
No,
and
he doesn't know
trying
what
to
that.
say, well, and you all are utilitarian. I'm more of an existentialist than a utilitarian, and I wrote significant papers in my philosophy class about it. So let's use correct terms and not be disingenuous in the conversation, right? Amber hasn't done anything negative in this
What are
situation.
you talking
I'm
about? She interrupted
going
I'm
me.
to
trying to
look.
correct your linguistics, hon. You
This
don't
is
know
this is a
you
word
don't know the
concept
words you're
fallacy.
using. You don't
This is a
understand the
word
words that you're
concept
using.
fallacy.
Listen, I've been studying this shit for longer than you've been
Oh,
alive.
here we go. Appeal to
No, see,
30.
you would call that a fallacy too, but here's the problem with that
Appeal
argument.
to 30.
That argument would mean that I don't have any actual
Duh, duh, duh,
education
duh, duh,
behind
duh.
me.
I don't care. I literally
Actually, you
don't
know
care
what?
about your
Host, mute him
education.
for a second because he's being ableist right now. I had a stroke,
Yeah.
so I do stutter. I stutter because of my stroke. So are you being ableist right now also, besides being a dickless wonder? I
Wow,
had a
someone's
stroke
mad.
and you're making fun of my stroke? Is that what you're doing?
Calm down. Calm down.
Are you honestly making fun of my stroke?
No,
Because I do stutter. I do stutter.
you stutter.
Yes, I do. And you just made fun of that. I had a stroke and I
Uh-oh.
can't help that. But you
Oh,
made
little
fun of
baby
it.
sad.
Drop this motherfucker right now. Drop him.
I'll
I'm
say,
telling you right now. Drop him.
I'll
I'm
say
telling you,
please.
drop him. He's a Philbro wannabe. That's all he
Philbro
is.
wannabe.
He's
It's a
not.
word
What he
No,
concept
is,
that's why I
fallacy.
use
had
his
to
words. He doesn't
I had to
understand
have him say his
words.
own definition. And then I was like, okay, so if I'm doing that, which
You
really
were.
wasn't actually doing it in any sense
By
of
your
the
own
word, but
definition, you were doing it too. Because oh, you were interrupting
Wow,
me,
that
man.
was
He is really, really,
Really bitter.
lost.
what's
And you
That
know
was
what?
fun to
There's
listen
an
to, you guys.
asshole. Do you see the asshole?